Okay. Dad was crying?
あの年になると男の人って泣いている姿を見られるのが恥ずかしくなるのね。そういうことだったんですね。お父様の歌唱への厳しさは和の道にしても洋の道にしても職人を志したからには半端に終わってほしくないという思いから。あなたはその思いに十分に応えてくれたわ。お父様の後悔を受け止めてくれた。父様の後悔ですか？ええ。歌唱の頑張りはお父様の後悔と、そしてもう一人のお方の心の痛みを
Wait a
分か
minute.
ってくれたと思うの。
Oh no. Mentor's their grandmother, isn't it? Huh? One other person. Who do you mean?
お父様のお父様、おじい様のことは知っているわよね、歌唱。
Well, a bit from childhood memories.
私は覚えていないです。そうね。おじい様はこの水無月家の跡取りだったわ。老舗和菓子屋の長男で和菓子職人として育った。兄様や父様と同じですね。ええ。そしておじい様と結ばれたお相手が
What the fuck did I know? Mentor's their grandmother.
おばあ様は日本へ観光に訪れていたらしいわね。おじい様とおばあ様は目が合った瞬間に互いに惹かれ合った。どちらも一目惚れだったという話よ。うにゃー、ロマンスです。一目惚れ、わかる。そんで歌唱の親父さんが生まれたわけか？ええ。おじい様とおばあ様の間にできた男の子が、とても仲のいい家族。私は須浜さんとは幸せだった。彼女の実家はフランスでは名の知れた洋菓子職人だったらしくて、ずっと悩んでらしたけれど、おばあ様はフランスへと帰国してしまったの。おじい様と須浜さんを残して。
Wait a sec, this story. Are you telling me that?
しぐれ、あなたはあったのよね。はい。あなたは歌唱と違って人をよく見てるから、何か気づいたんじゃないかしら。はい。父様の面影があると思いました。
This is crazy. I never had a clue. I never even noticed.
歌唱のお師匠様、ベニエさんはね、あなたのおばあ様なの。驚愕の真実。マジか。ごめんなさい、兄様。知っていながら黙っていました。
You know. Oh, now that you mention it, there are a few hints in the past. But why didn't either you or my mentor say anything,
ベニ
Sugar?
エさんから らの箇所ならその言葉の意味が理解できるのではないかしら。
I could see the point. My mind had hit rock bottom at the time, so if I found that out, it might have made matters even worse. I would have wondered if the reason Dad wouldn't approve of my Western streets was because of a feud with his own mother or something like that. Now that I've gotten Dad's approval, I understand that's not the
結
case,
果
but
的にしぐれには苦しい思いをさせてしまったわね。いえ、自分が勝手にフランスまで行っておばあ様から聞き出してしまったことですから。
I see. Seeing how you're her granddaughter,
親切な方
God
に
damn it,
違いはありませんが。
it must have been a lot for her.
ああ、そういうことだったんですね。何を唐突に。歌唱さんのお父さんが作った生クリームがお師匠さんの味に近いって言ってたじゃありませんか。あ、そうか。
The child my mentor used to make sweets for was my dad.
老舗和菓子屋の世継ぎを奪うことはできないとおばあ様は考えたのね。結局息子である須浜さんを置いてフランスに帰国したわ。
Yeah, I heard about that from mentor herself.
歌唱からそのお師匠さんのことを聞いたとき、心臓が止まるかと思うくらい驚いたのよ。でも言わないということはきっと何かあるのだろうと思って黙っていたの。
Don't worry, it's not a big deal to me. I can more or less see why mentor would keep things a secret. She probably thought that God damn it, I hate when I miscalculate. She probably thought telling me would get in the way of me realizing my own faults. But the real question is, what does Dad think of mentor? Does he happen to hold a
どうして
grudge?
そう思うの？
Well, because she was never invited to her husband's funeral.
あ、めいちゃん、お葬式って普通は呼ぶもの？そういえば私たちお葬式って見たことないわね。何それ？お別れ会。なんだか悲しいね。お前ら静かにしとけ。
So, why was it that she was never invited
菅
to the
原
funeral?
さんが恨んでいるのかいないのか。でも葬儀に呼ばなかったのはおばあ様のことを思ってのことじゃないかしら。
Huh? What
お
do you
じ
mean?
い様は老舗の和菓子屋の主だもの。本来なら喪主を務めるべき奥さんが通夜にも間に合わず葬儀にだけフランスから来て、だから私からおじい様が亡くなったことだけ。
The mutual accomplishments my mentor was talking about is apparently my
子
mother.
供の頃の須浜さんは母親に捨てられたと思っていたわ。でも大人になって店を継いでからは
Yeah, I'm sure if placed in the same situation, Dad would have done the same
そう
thing.
ね、私と子供たちを置いてまだ子供たちも幼いのに。
Oh my gosh. We're not young anymore.
幼くはないですね。まあそんなことになったら私は地球の裏側だろうと。
Yeah, make sure you do that. One parent bragging about the other is a perfect way to make things
何
awkward.
にしても先ほども言ったように水無月を取り巻く方々の中にはそういう人たちと衝突しないよう須浜さんは母親のことなど忘れたかのように振る舞っていたのでしょう。ああいう性格の人だから内心のことを話したりしないわ。 しぐれ。でも津浜さんは一度は道を違えたとはいえ親子だもの。それなら今すぐにでもきっとおばあ様も喜び。過ぎた時は戻らない。今になってあってもおばあ様は謝罪するばかりで、あの二人が望んでいるのは須浜さんが子供だった頃に母親自分たちが選ばなかった道、捨ててしまった選択。
Regret.
会いたいなら会いに行けばいいと思う。ご主人の父上も段ボール箱で送る。ショコラたちやったよね。引っ越し屋さんに運ばれてご主人様の新しいお家まで。トラックの中がショコラはこの荷物重いって言われて。職場によかったな。歌唱の引っ越し先がフランスじゃなくて飛行機で運ばれてたら大変。そうにゃの。そうかも。貨物室はマイナス50度とからしいぞ。へえ、ショコラ。
Really?
寒いのは苦手。ブルブル。それは高高度の外気温であって常温の荷室もありますよ。でも飛んでいる間はずっとトイレすらない箱の中ですが。ごめんなさい、ごめんなさい。飛行機無理。段ボール箱の話はともかく、やはり会えるうちに会いに行くべきだと思います。意地とかあるんじゃないかしら。意地なんでしょう。そうじゃねえだろ。今になって会っても互いの後悔が深まるだけってことじゃない。なんか悲しいな。後悔が深まる。そうでしょう。若いもんはわかんねえかもしれねえけど、失ったものを突きつけ合うことになるだろ。私はあずきよりずーっと年上ですよ。それでもね、歌唱が二人の血縁に連なり水無月の味を知るあなたが、時間は巻き戻せないけれど歌唱が離れ離れになあなたの作った。
I united the family. I'm the eldest son of a Japanese pastry shop family, but I decided to become a Western pastry chef, so I thought that I actually split up the family instead.
ずっと須浜さんと本当にありがとう。素晴らしいことです。
Oh, I mean, well, I just did what I wanted to do. That's all.
なんか職場にみたいなこと言ってんね。歌唱好きだからやってるんですよね、ご主人様。大正解。
You're right. Still, I can't keep up with you, Mom. Did you know that this day would come from the moment you found out I got taken in as an apprentice?
だから兄様が店を出すことにも陰ながら協力してくださったのですか。私が兄様をお手伝いすることもずっと許してくださっていた理由は。さて、何にしても歌唱にもしぐれにも欲しいものはすべて手に入れなさい。
Yeah, I've been coupling. If being recognized by Dad was the right decision. I thought it was what I needed, so I never gave up. As a result, I felt like I matured and ended up helping our family
大切
too.
だと思うもの。大切だと思うもの。ご主人様、私にとってはショコラ。歌かしら。私はめいちゃんのことを歌ね。歌しかないわね。あとはめいちゃんもう冗談よ。みんなのことも大切よ。シナモン。めいちゃん感動しすぎてシナモン震えちゃう。私は別に今 今の暮らしがあればいいかな。たまにいいもんが食いてえくらいで。大切なもの。写真撮り。そういえばでも親父さんショコラショコラが行く。
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Both Chocolate and Vanilla scoot out of the room.
ちょっと大丈夫なの？怒られちゃっと大丈夫よ。なるほど。なんだかんだ言って。私は姉ちゃんってば。なんでよ、エッチなことは言ってないでしょ。僕も娘がいや、ナッツは孫枠だろ。僕だって頭は子供って自覚はあるんだ。あずきだって孫扱いだよね。ちっちゃいし。ちっちゃいって言うな。マンチカン舐めてんのかこれ。ぐしゃ
And there's a fight.
喧嘩はダメだよ。放っておきなさいよ。じゃれてるだけよ。
He's a sucker for grandchildren. Huh? Reminds me that my mentor taught me all she knows despite saying she didn't take apprentices. So the reason she readied the room for me was because we were family then. I thought she was impressed by my enthusiasm, but I guess I had a big head.
何を言っているの？
Well, you put it that way.
仕入れの買ってきてくれたフィナンシェを食べて確信したわ。おばあさまは孫だからといって覚悟の足りないものに。そう思います。私には厨房の道具を触らせてくれませんでした。
Huh? Yeah, you might have a point. She never once snapped or shut it in a coarse manner at me, but I could always feel her gazing, shape up or ship out, toward me or toward herself. My mentor never played favorites just because I'm her grandson. In fact, had I known she was my grandmother, I probably would have expected her to ease up, and I wouldn't have learned to my fullest potential. Granted, I like to think I wouldn't be that weak-willed, but still. It wasn't long ago that I tried to do everything on my own. But I had dad's teaching, mentor's teachings, mom's help, my little sister's support, as well as my cat girls cheered me on. And lastly, despite thinking that we were butting heads, dad's earnest care and consideration for me. What else could I even say? I'm blessed.
ちゃっちゃー、お父様をお連れしました。職場にもうちょっと余韻とか考えろ。にゃ。
We're taking a photo. Would you mind being in it?
お願いします。ココナツちゃんが部屋に飾っ。
それなら仏頂面の私なんぞ入っていない方がよかろう。
ダメ。家族だから。家族は一緒がいい。やっぱ
Yep, grandkid for sure.
いいんじゃない？孫にしかでき。では父様、そこへ座ってください。はい、寄って寄って。
You notice the two that aren't in is Sugar Ray and Kasha.
これポートレート用のレンズなんで画角が狭いんです。
Don't take an indoor group shot with a long distance lens. But it's pretty good. Maybe I'll take a copy too.
勝った記念にでもしようってのか。
Good idea. But today's the day I felt the weakest of my life. I'm still a novice and a long way to go. So yeah, I look forward to working with you.
はい、セット完了です。さあ、兄様も入ってください。
And there we go. The camera starts emitting a quick set of beeps. The shutter then makes a few snaps as it takes the photo.
はい、ありがとう。それ、私ももらうからな。ショコラも欲しいです。私のショコラコレクションに抜けは許されない。私 私も欲しいです。みんながもらうなら私ももらっておこうかしら。わかりました。全員分印刷するから待っててください。どんな風に撮れたの、しぐれ様。こんな感じですよ。
Camera's LCD display.
あー、すごいよ。お兄ちゃんはやっぱりすごいね。
Me.
みんなが笑顔だよ。やっぱりお兄ちゃんのケーキは笑顔にしてくれる。
Yeah. And it's all thanks to you guys.
箇所今後も精進するがいい。
Yes. Dad says as he reaches over to the cake he left on his plate.
お茶入れましょうか。賛成。ご主人様、ショコラたち頑張りましたか？頑張った？
Yeah, you're both good girls.
箇所お疲れさん。
Thanks.
ネコパラ。
After leaving the main Doggy house, I returned to Lasoy.
帰り道で見たキラキラのクリスマスツリー、綺麗でした。目がチカチカした。
Yeah, I bet. Due to it still being Christmas Eve, the main street on the way back was bustling. I've been busy since this morning. I do feel pretty exhausted, but my exhilaration is getting the better of me. But I'm still not sleepy. I prepare some hot chocolate and chat with chocolate and vanilla. So hot. God damn it.
お父様もお母様もとっても喜んでいましたね、ご主人様。
No eating the plastic. They were. I'm glad I put in the work.
嬉しい。ケーキ美味しかった。
Appreciate it.
一つ不思議。
What's that?
去年のケーキは前から美味しかった。今日になって認めてくれたのはなぜ？
Well, I can't really say that for certain since it's my dad's private thoughts, but I feel like past me would have thought only of himself. And my cat's knocking over my food. Why are you causing mayhem tonight? Stop it. It's your problem. What? Uh,
そんなことありません。ご主人様はショコラたちのことも。
yeah, but I wasn't able to focus on the stuff with Dad.
続けて。
I was demanding things out of my dad with no regard for him, like a child begging. If I just tried to put myself in Dad's shoes, I would have realized how terribly unreasonable I was being. I was raised to be the heir of a Japanese pastry shop, but I proposed that I'd be a Western pastry chef and basically demanded he say that what I made was good. It was a natural desire to say your food is so good that you don't even need to eat it to know, no matter what it may taste like. My cat's down mess with my wires again. Really? I need to put myself in people's shoes more often. A one-sided push for putting smiles on people's faces doesn't really make
一
sense.
方的な押し付け。相手の気持ち難しいです。さすがはご主人様。
No, that's not right. You and the others were the ones who taught me this.
ショコラ、また何かやっちゃいました？気づかないうちに世界を変えてしまっていたとは。
I wouldn't take it that far, but you guys were always considering things from my perspective. Even on the night we got back to Japan, you guys had dinner all ready for us: miso soup, pickled vegetables, the works.
メイプルちゃんが言い出したこと。味噌汁を作ったのは私。
I'm not just talking about that night either. I mean all the times in the past too. Sure, you guys didn't nail it every time, but you did try to consider my feelings. No, that's down from there. I gotta make sure you don't pull that down. Compared to all you guys, I've been nothing but a kid thinking about himself.
ショコラたち大人でしたか？
Yeah, you have taught me a lot.
それならそうと口で言えばよかったのでは。
Mm, you've never been explicitly told. Okay, let's consider other feelings since childhood, have you?
特には。
But in the truest sense, you never know what someone else is feeling, even if you try to give it consideration. You don't know if you're right or wrong. There are a lot of times where you think you're being considerate, but you're actually just interpreting things in a way convenient to yourself, right? Or where you end up labeling someone as impossible to understand. Being able to consider things from their point of view, it isn't a skill you pick up through practice. It's a matter of personality, character, if you
お
will.
お。よくわからない。
It's just that there's no kid in existence that gets told to be an adult and just suddenly becomes one. No shit. And to make sure they didn't impede my journeys, neither my mentor nor my father told me what it was I needed in the first place. Not saying anything and waiting is part of the teaching process. I feel like there's another thing I've learned coming out of this.
成長って大変なんですね。わかったような、わからないような。いつか理解できるかもしれない。
Yeah, I'm not the best at voicing my thoughts, so maybe I didn't do a good enough job explaining. I think I'm pretty similar to Dad in that regard. According to my mentor, my grandfather wasn't the most articulate man on earth either. I smiled awkwardly, blaming my traits on lineage.
ところでですね。
Yeah.
大人なショコラとしては、ずっと我慢していたことがあるのですが。ご主人、感謝は言葉だけ。
Some other form of reward, but I don't have anything prepared, which is pathetic considering it's Christmas of all days. My plan was to bake some fancier in the middle of the night, but I'm not sure if I can do that without being found
も
out.
のじゃなくて、ショコラはご主人様を待っているんですよ。今日はサンタさんの格好だから、サンタさんからご主人にプレゼント。プレゼントはショコラたちです。やったー。
That's what you
ダメ
meant.
ですか？疲れてますか？ずっと大変だった。無理にと。
Right. Ever since Mom's birthday, I've had a lot of my plate, and I haven't had any time for myself. That's no way to treat my companions. I'm sorry. I'll give you both as much attention as you need tonight.
ご主人様。明日も忙しいって言われるかと。
Yeah, it sure is going to be busy. There'll be a ton of customers on Christmas Day too. But I've been holding out myself, you know.
ご主人の。
There's a rat at the door followed by opening. So I look in the direction and find.
ちょっと待ちなさい。ショコラちゃんとバニラちゃんだけなんで、ずるいです。まあ、こんなことになってんじゃねえかと思ってきてみりゃ。
Really?
お兄ちゃん、カショウ、私を恋猫にしたこと。カショウさん、私はこいつらが心配でついてきただけで、別に何も期待しちゃい。
So I care about all you very much. Would you all mind doing it to get a 7-way? A what?
ご主人、今日で人生が く母言ったな箇所お兄ちゃん大好きみんなと一緒にほらほらめいちゃん
Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how many more chapters do we got. Oh. Wow, we're probably on the last chapter right now. Yeah, I'd actually say this is actually a pretty good one. So now we're learning more of the family. What are we going to do with Francais? Or Francais? Because then technically she's part of the family. Meaning... Oh no. So that's the ending theme that's playing right now. We just don't hear it because I turned off the music. But oh my gosh. Almost another 3 hours. So about 7 hours for me to complete this almost, roughly. Now sadly we got one more Nekopara game at least coming out. Nekopara after. So I just don't know when that's coming out. The following day.
どういうことかしらクリスマスは昨日終わったはずだけどめいちゃんお外に行列がただいま配達行ってきたよお兄ちゃん外にいっぱいお客さんがいるけどどうしたの
That's what I like to ask. They think we have this many customers coming out in the middle of the day, even though it's the day after Christmas.
ご主人電話が来ている
A phone call. If it's an order, ask for a date and number. If there's any spot on the reservation, then we can put them down for.
雑誌の電話取材
What? Well, I like to, but now's not really. Now's really not the time.
ご主人様シュークリームとモンブランとイチゴタルトが売り切れました
Huh? But it's still only the afternoon. I was convinced that those would last until evening.
他のケーキも残りが少ないですティータイムにはケーキがなくなっちゃうかも
If that happens, we'll be open with nothing to sell. What the heck did we do?
おいカショケーキが足りねえぞ私とバニラが手伝っても全然追っつかねえそもそもお前がフロアでうろうろしてたって何もできねえだろうがパティシエさんまた猫ちゃんに叱られてる
I'm unintentionally putting on a show for the customers. Pastor getting lectured by his cat girl. Must be alright. Sorry, Asuki.
取材の電話に対応しとけモンシナはレジと飲み物の注文を死ぬ気で回せわかったわ無難に答えとくレジとお茶を入れるの頑張ります会計を間違えたら尻尾の付け根をくすぐるからなんでバニラ中ポンに戻るよしショコラ客席のテーブルをいつまで放っておく気だ片付け最優先は基本はいわかりました夏次の配達に行く前にあと20分よし20分だけこっちを手伝え品切れを把握しとけよ結構うんわかったよお姉ちゃんカーショーぼさっと見てんな全然
Oh my gosh! Right.
真面目な話今のままじゃテーブルも人手も足りねえぞ
Oh no. Oh no. This is reminding me of Volume 1. Do not tell me Francais and grandmother are about to show up.
ネットの評判でいつも混んでるなんて書かれ始めてるぞ。
That's sure not
記
good.
念日や週末はこの調子でろくに休憩も入れねえ。週一の定休日だけじゃいくら猫でもそのうち
Good point. Yeah, after all, I have the realization I'm pushing myself too hard as
猫
well.
にしてもお茶にしてもスムーズに回すためにもっと機械を使うとか簡単なレシピにするのは
Yeah, you're right. Might be impossible to manage a shop otherwise. Those are measures that every business takes more or less. However, less so as current business model takes after my mentor's past year. If we change it, I'm certain things will start tasting different. I want to keep things the same, which is a desire that might be self-serving in the long run, but
ご主人様、ショコラ頑張ります。頑張ってお役に立ちますから。私ももっと早くなる。僕も頑張るからお兄ちゃん。もっと早く走って配達してくるよ。
chocolate, vanilla, coconut.
取材終わったわよ。私ももっと手際よくできると思う。だからパティシエのこだわりの店だってインタビューに答えちゃったんだから、妥協しないでよね。歌唱さん、私も頑張ります。今のお店が大好きですから。
Thanks for that, maple, cinnamon.
頑張って。また歌唱さんからご褒美を。ゆうべのこと思い出して。もうしな、ちょっと黙ってろ。もう歌唱だって今のやり方を変えたくねえんだろ。
I don't. I'd rather not change the way we handle
だ
things.
よな。いいさ、パティシエのこだわりがねえパティスリーなんざ存在する意味がねえよ。でもそれなら人手を増やさねえとな。それこそ猫の手も借りて。
Yeah, that's been on my mind.
他に優秀な猫はいねえもんかな。
Well, it's not like we have a necessary hire a cat girl person. There's a cat girl back in France runs through my head. Francais. She was the magnificent words. Of course, Francais is my mentor's cat girl. I can't just bring her with me to Japan. Still, if I just had a cat girl that qualified around, I could let the other cat girls take a little break. Feel like I developed as both a passenger and as a person. But as the business owner, I still got a lot of problems on my plate. And there's Francais.
お困りのようですね、皆さん。
Another Sugar Ray. Really?
神様、私もお手伝いをしますわ。
That'd be great. Are you good for the whole day?
半日だけでも助かるってもんよ。あ、しぐれちゃんだ。お手伝い超感謝する。いいえ、半日でも一日だけでもありませんわ。
Huh?
私ここラ・ソレイユに今日から住み込みで働きます。
Huh? You're what?
マジかよ。住み込み、引っ越し。
Wait a sec, sure. Don't you have a lot of other things you got to manage? Sorry, Sugar says she operates a company, right? She never told me these details, but I think it's a business that's way bigger than LaSoy. Plus, she's got school during the weekdays to boot.
今までいろいろと立場があって私は自重してきました。兄様のことは大好きですが妹でもありますし、
Yeah.
のことを愛しています。
Yeah, as a sibling,
お
right?
父様とおばあ様の後悔と未練の話、とても心に響きました。私、年老いてから後悔を口にしたくはありません。自分にとって本当に大切なことを遠ざけて、今しかないこの瞬間を無意味にしたくはないのです。私にとって何が一番大切、兄様との時間が、私にとって兄様、どうか。
Just for reference sake, what did mom and dad
も
say?
ちろん父様と母様の許可、昨夜までは父様が許可をくださらなかったのですが。
I see. I guess that's one reason why she waited till today to speak up then.
分かってんだろうな。しぐれちゃん。
I told you no. Would you give up?
私兄さまの妹ですから、きっと諦めは悪い方だと思います。
Yeah, that figures. I didn't give up no matter how many times I clashed with Dad. After all, it's like hard-headedness runs in the family. If this is what you want to do, I won't turn you down. Being here will be a great help.
兄様ありがとうございます。やったー、しぐれちゃんよろしくにゃ。やったね、しぐれ様。しぐれが入ってくれんならどこまで本気なのか。みんなも一緒です。まあ当然だよな。私らだけ電子、私たちはしぐれの猫だもん。めいちゃんのいるところが、やったー。
Wait, what?
家族がいっぱい。箇所まさかもう。
Of course it's not. Although it's kind of a shock. I'm excited that I'll be getting to live with all of you. Sugar, Ozzy, coconut, maple, and cinnamon. I wonder if we have enough rooms for you all. The Minizaki house and Mentor's house are spacious, but I originally planned to live here on my own, so.
その点は抜かりありません。大丈夫です、兄様。
I see. Sugar, you are as efficient as always, I suppose.
新しく用意した部屋へ。そりゃあいいけどよ。
What about you, Sugar?
前には及びません。私は兄様。
Huh?
その手があった。やるわね。僕もお兄ちゃんと一緒がいいな。おばあ様はおっしゃいました。人生は短い。私、もう。
No, wait. We both old enough. We're staying in the same room as brother and sister isn't really.
私の兄様への愛はノンストップでーす。
Hey, Sugar, settle down, will you?
後悔しないために。さあ、私。
That's what you meant by not waiting, Sugar. Wait, hold on. Stop. Cease and desist.
好きです。兄様。
Oh. So we added Sugar, right? Which I thought Sugar was already helping out anyway.
ネコパラボリューム4。
So
パティシエのノエル。
what we're missing is
皆さんの思い出を拝見します。ゲームデータをロードすんのか。ゲームの設定ですね。
can't really say. Oh, we're missing Say really. She's the one that we're missing right now. Which she might come in after, along with two other Neko girls, at least from what I've been able to see. But I've actually enjoyed this. Those on YouTube side, I do hope you did enjoy the series. Same with those on Twitch. Our next installment is now officially going to be Psychonauts. But anyway, this is PC Death Care. As always, hope you enjoyed. Keep playing on. See yas.